All right, factoring review number 1E. This question right here, this is something that you got to get comfortable with because this is the direction that the factoring is going here. So what I want to do here is we're going to, again, focus on what's common. Now, in this case here, this starts to get a little bit more complicated, and I understand that. When you start to look at these things and you see these binomials inside these terms, that gets a little bit harder to take a look at here. But notice that I've got an x minus 5 here and an x minus 5 here, okay? Now, what we might do with this is, to make this a little bit easier here, is ask ourselves this question, you know, like, do I know what x is? Well, and the answer is no, I don't. That's the whole point. X is a variable. It could be anything. But because I don't know what x is, that means I also don't know what x minus 5 is. And that's the more important point here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little a over here, and I'm just going to call a x minus 5. Okay? And so what that does to this expression is this makes this x times a minus 4 times a. And I am totally allowed to do that. Okay? Basically, I'm just calling that little expression by a different name. And you're free to do that whatever you want. You can call it Ted for all I care. Just, you're going to give it a different name here, and you're going to notice that that is common to both of those terms, but it's easier to see in this format. So because it's common to both those terms, that means that that was distributed. That a, when it was written in factored form, is something that gets distributed to two terms. The two terms were x and minus 4. Now, at this point, I can't just leave it like this, okay, because the original expression did not have an a in it. I introduced the a to make the factoring a little bit easier. So I have to write down what a was in my expression, and I get x minus 5 times x minus 4.